Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to the Night. I appreciate everything. And how's it going? Hey, everybody. Hi. Welcome to the Preshow for the Night Attack. Thank you for your patience. We started a little bit late. See, if I call it a little bit late, that means it doesn't seem like we started 40 minutes after we thought we would. We were shooting some stand-ups. The bar down the street. We had a drink. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I don't know. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Night Attack Preshow. I'm Bryce Castillo, of course, your navigator here for the pre-show. Brian will be here in a bit. Bonnie wasn't here for both. Bonnie and Brian were in here for various reasons for about a minute, and then they walked out. So I'm just kind of manning the board. We'll have Justin on in a few minutes. Also, along with Brett, the Ram Trekker Ounceville, who will be joining Justin in studio. He'll be in studio with Justin, and they're gonna be part of our game. We got both a game and just like a thing. And this other thing's not even a game. It's not even a game. This ain't a game, everybody. Oh, you know what? In fact, speaking of not a game, I believe we have on the phone one Justin Robert Young and Brent the Rams Trekker Mounceville.
Check.
Hey, there they are. Hi, guys.
Niner. Hi, Rice STO.
There you go. You got me.
Boom, got him.
Double burn
in your face.
Boom. You know what? You got me.
Boiled.
I'm boiled and oiled and just crackling on the stove.
Boiled and oiled.
Like vegetable oil. Because when you cook, and it can pop and you get a little hot. Hi, everybody.
How many ciders in are you?
Only 1 and like a quarter.
1 1/4?
Usually by the time that you and Brian get on the pre-show, I've gotten these like weird, awkward ticks out.
Ah, got it.
Oh.
But not now. Now we've run right in.
We're just doing every bit I can think of, baby.
This is a very fetching spring hoodie you have on.
Oh,
by
thank
the
you.
way. Very, very, very pastel colors. It's a good look.
Yeah.
Guarantee you're wearing salmon-colored boxers right now.
I don't think I am. Hold on. Wait. Would you bet $1? What?
It's the great magic trick.
I had to stand on the wall once in kindergarten during recess because I accidentally pulled down my pants while trying to check to see what color my underwear were. Yep. Just said that live on Twitch.
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, this is a day. Do y'all see how many people were watching the Zuckerberg hearings on first story? Washington Post has a Twitch channel now.
I saw that.
Thank you very, very much to Mike TV for the raid.
What is it? Go drunk, you're home, fuck ass. Oh, it's classic.
That's a good one. That was Eleanor Roosevelt.
She did say that. I remember her saying that.
Roosevelt line.
The fuck ass lady, they called her.
Yeah, she was. I mean, well, mostly because you called people fuck asses.
I didn't see how many people were watching the live stream.
32,000.
Whoa.
That's like 17 or 18, judging by my timeline.
Boom.
What?
People watching.
People watching.
Yeah.
Because was your timeline was busy or not busy?
Oh, it was super busy. Out
Yeah.
of like 20 people, 17 of them were talking about Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
So I assume that 17
out of
people,
every 20 people
give
on
or
Earth.
take. Oh, no, just those 7. I have no reason to believe that other people were watching.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No. It was a lot of.
That's how you make mistakes with statistics. You shouldn't just walk into those.
You can't assume stuff, Justin.
The kids were into it, man. Kids were into Zuck getting grilled.
Mm-hmm.
Grilling Zuck.
Mm-hmm.
He was.
Did he dab?
He didn't dab on him. No.
Mr. Zuckerberg, can you would you, if you were in public, would you dab for us today?
Yeah.
No.
I considering how little that any of the senators knew about what the fuck they were talking about, I wouldn't be shocked if one of them was operating a fidget spinner.
Who was the
before they
guy
asked
who
their
talked about
questions.
tubes? Which one was that? Was that a senator or a representative?
Like back in the day?
Yeah.
I believe it was Senator Ted Stevens who likened the internet to not a truck nor a series of tubes.
Though ironically, the internet is almost certainly exactly like a truck. It's like a lot of tiny trucks.
It wasn't like a truck. It was a series of tubes.
Yeah.
Right.
That's.
I was kind of hoping an old school senator would compare Facebook to like a spiral bound notebook.
There was a lot of dumb. There was a lot of like. I got a couple really funny ones on clip while I was watching it. One of them was a lady. I think it was Senator Capito. Capito? I can't remember. From West Virginia, but she asked if you delete something on Facebook,
how long do you keep it?
She's like, yes. She's like, it's not in the cloud. She made hand gestures as to indicate where the cloud is.
That's all around. Well, wasn't his response like, we keep it for as little as possible, or something weird, like it's really vague that you would think the head honcho of Facebook would know how long they kept data, unless you really didn't like the real answer of it.
The problem is that I kind of can sympathize with where Zuckerberg is, because he can't really go too far into detail, because they're going to act like everything he says is breaking news, despite the fact that it's all internet architecture for which everything we do is built on.
Yeah.
So if he's like, yes, it's deleted immediately, and then there's some Business Insider article that's like, technically there's a buffering system by which the servers are, and then they'll be like, you lied, you said it was deleted immediately, and this Twitter link says otherwise.
It's amazing how good the business of willfully taking things out of context is lately.
Yeah.
Business is booming.
Well,
baby.
And also, like, I think a big part of this Facebook scandal is that the data already is leaked. That these holes happened and were changed years ago.
These holes ain't loyal.
But so much of it is not the stuff that Facebook keeps. I mean, it's stuff that Facebook collected and does have, but
the element of it is that this is what Facebook is built for, is for targeting exactly certain kinds of people and trying to change their minds about things.
That's the thing that I can't quite fathom, is like, how much better a job could you do of that if you were holding the data yourself than if you were just using Facebook's data? I just can't fathom this actually doing anything more than you could do using Facebook's system.
Yeah, it's not. And by the way, apparently there are two things that aren't really talked about the Cambridge Analytica thing. Number one, people in that Facebook ad buy world believe that they're basically just a horseshit organization that was selling snake oil.
Oh, really?
and that the whole like psychograph like thing that they were trying to push was bullshit, and it was no more effective than just the regular shit that everybody does on Facebook, which is like target ads to battleground states and then A/B test a couple different ads and finding out which ones are being responded to, and then put more money into those. That's how everybody uses Facebook for everything. The other thing is that apparently Cambridge Analytica believes that they did delete all that shit and they did literally nothing wrong, and have been asking for Facebook to do an outside investigation, not just an internal audit, and Facebook has been reluctant to do it.
Well, and it's not just Cambridge, too. I mean, at that point, when the security hole was gigantic, my understanding is that app developers knew it was very easy to scrounge
the thing is, this
every
is not
data.
a security issue.
Right.
It's like they got anything. They got through, we hacked the firewalls. Go. Like,
it was data access.
It's a terms of service violation for Facebook, in that Facebook used to allow all this data and then said, all right, no more allowing all this data to come in through these apps. And anybody who does, you're not allowed to sell it to anybody. So if you did it for academic purposes, and don't go around selling our data, mister.
Also, we're on a 2-year cycle for our SDKs, so you'll still technically be able to do all those things until April 2019. But we won't dwell.
But stop it right now. And then they did, allegedly. But it's not like there was ever any point where Cambridge Analytica's like, oh, let's go a little farther, huh? Yeah, we're getting all that sweet data on my hands and fingers.
I'm dying to see what an ad that they would run on my psychograph would look like relative to one that my neighbor would get, because she has like 3 dogs.
Both of them involve the phrase, you won't believe what happens next.
Yeah.
Like, that's universal, right? None of us, we could all agree that none of us will believe what happens next.
I might believe
I have
it.
yet to believe anything I've seen online.
I'm the anti-skeptic.
My new favorite ad
everything.
is when it's like it's like for fucking Doritos, right? It's like something that like is fairly well funded, but it's just a shitty picture with somebody having a Doritos like bag in his hand, like a grainy picture, and then like a circle around it,
a red
like,
circle.
Oh yeah, or an arrow pointed to like this thing.
That sounds brilliant, actually.
Do you remember, I'm sure we talked about this fairly recently, but do you remember this set of ads from about like 6 years ago where Netflix just showed like creepy British zombie people? Did we ever talk about this recently or no?
British zombie people, no.
Oh, wow. Okay, let me see if I can find it or if Bryce wants to race me. Like, it looked almost like zombies.
He says, stopping.
Not quite. He says, realizing he's already lost before it even began.
No, it's just, part of it is that Netflix has made zombie movies.
Well, that's the okay. Creepy Netflix pop
The
up
punchline
ads.
better not be a picture of me looking like a creepy British zombie.
British
Is to say like an average picture of me.
old couple.
Look at this creepy British
You look
zombie
good.
mug.
No, you don't look British at all.
Yeah, no, I don't know that anybody would believe that Brett was British.
Maybe a zombie, but
Maybe a zombie, but not British.
You know, technically the name Brett just means a British dude.
Doesn't?
Oh,
Yeah. It's the
TIL.
world's lamest name meaning.
Really?
Yeah.
Just a British person.
Yep.
That's what
No,
it means?
wait a minute. I heard that when we say, "Oh, this guy over here," that guy comes from Guy Fawkes. That we're referencing the titular hero of V for Vendetta.
Well, at least we're not
Really?
saying like
Yeah.
this foxer over here.
What about Dude?
I don't know what
That was named after the movie, after the dude, the Big Lebowski. Of
Did
course.
name? Oh, I thought it was Hey Dude. Hey Dude came before, so I assumed it was named for the Hey Dude branch. You know,
Oh.
Melody and the rest of the gang getting into hijinks.
Oh my gosh, I love that one.
Wait, is there a Hey Dude branch? Is that a thing?
What?
What? It ran right alongside Salute Your Shorts.
Little wild and a little strange.
Yeah.
When
Hey,
you make
dude.
your home out on the range.
and
Mike TV points out that
Everybody come along, but you can't get a ride if you can't hold on. Singing, yippee-ki-yay, yippee-ki-yay. What? Like the cowboys say. Sing with you now. Yippee-ki-yay, yippee-ki-yay. What? Like the cowboys say.
It's amazing how much
Hey,
wasted space you must have in
dude.
your brain.
I don't remember my mom's birthday.
oh,
I still don't. You can ask me it and I won't know. I learn it every time I make this horrifyingly embarrassing revelation, and then I forget it almost instantly. But yes, I know off the top of my head all the lyrics to the Hey Dude theme song.
well, I
What's the
see
point
it.
I say happy birthday every time I talk to someone, just in case.
It's a good call, man.
Yeah.
I got to get on that tip.
I see it pop up on Facebook. So maybe if there's still a Facebook, we'll get to. You'll remember to check it.
It's October, November or some shit. Oh, yeah, by the way, if you want to buy
It's in a Burr month.
Yeah, if you want to buy the house I grew up in, you can now. It's up for sale.
Oh.
Lovely Davie, Florida.
How much dollars does a house in Davie, Florida set you back?
I don't know what they're asking for it, but it's a little.
Is it more
it's a little
than something you would find comparable in Oakland?
It's less. Less.
Yeah.
Oh, way less.
Suspect.
Oh, yeah, no. Way less.
Yeah.
Anyway, so sorry about that. I didn't mean to hijack everything with my hey
Hey, dude.
dudery.
It was impressive.
Hey,
I was
dudery.
impressed and a little bit embarrassed, but
Yeah.
mostly impressed.
I don't know all the entire Salute Your Shorts one, though. All I remember is it makes me want to fart.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
I hope we never part. Now get it right or pay the price. I love that also we have the bookends of not giving a fuck about these very specific 90s references.
I don't get any of them, and I think Brian
I
is
know,
still looking
I know,
for this
neither does
Netflix
Brian.
commercial.
Little
And
too
you're on-
old, little too young.
Yeah, and we're.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, I've heard of none of these.
I don't know.
If that settles anything.
You're the baby bear of Nickelodeon.
Well, yeah, whatever. Fucking Bryce, go watch some Even Stevens or some bullshit like that.
Even Stevens was good. Yeah.
Oh, good. All right, at least I nailed it. I don't know what would be. I don't know. Brian, was there any like Nickelodeon or Disney Channel shows that you were into
Probably
as a kid?
like
Okay,
dinosaurs.
I would like to point
yeah,
out that of those two, only one of
Only
those
one of those
networks existed
existed.
when I was a kid.
So, how about my sad story? I grew up in the country surrounded by cornfields, and cable stopped 1 mile away. So, there was no TV. There was 2 channels and PBS. And Fox came around my senior year, and I was like, who's Bart Simpson? I don't even care. I'm just...
This motherfucker.
So wait, was your first exposure to Bart Simpson when somebody showed up wearing a Bart Simpson Underachiever t-shirt?
No, it was when you would see them in Mexico when I would cross the border to go dancing and drinking, and then they'd have them for sale, like knockoff Bart Simpson
So
t-shirts.
you had never even seen the
Found
Simpsons.
it.
Right, but you knew it was something important if there were
Yeah.
knockoff t-shirts of it.
But
so.
Bonnie, you lived a life bereft of the Bartman?
Yeah.
By the way, the Bartman written by Michael Jackson.
Yes.
Really?
Did you know that?
Is it true though?
He
It's-
co-wrote it or something, right? Like it couldn't officially be claimed as a Michael Jackson song because of record contracts and stuff.
So this is 2007.
Which is how his episode where he was a featured guest.
in his episode, he did the voice of Michael Jackson, but when he sang as an insane person pretending to be Michael Jackson, they couldn't allow Michael Jackson to voice the voice of a 7-foot-tall, white, insane person thinking he was Michael Jackson. So they hired a Michael Jackson sound-alike to sing as Michael Jackson, a song written by Michael Jackson.
Wait.
So they weren't actually having Michael Jackson.
Did they really hire a sound-alike, or was that what they said?
That's why I am
I
fairly
feel like that's the
certain
thing that they
that I
What are
read.
you, the cops? Jesus. Hey, look, it was a sound-alike.
No.
I'm trying to bring-
Like that's what made that story newsworthy 10 years after the fact. Like if it was apocryphal or something to generate buzz, it seems like they would have made that noise at the time, but instead it was something that came out like years after the fact. But meanwhile, I found this from 11 years ago. Coming up next month, an 11-year anniversary. I guess this is a commercial. I never saw
In today's
this.
busy world, going to the video store is a hassle. With
Hate
Netflix,
going to the
you
video
can
store.
just make a list of the movies you want to see, and you'll get your first DVDs in about 1 business day. Keep them as long as you want without late fees. Return one in this prepaid envelope, and they'll automatically send you another movie from your list. My lady, we are the romance movie from Netflix. We hope our presents will be to your liking.
There's a movie waiting for you at home. Netflix. All the DVDs you want, starting at only $9.99
Wait, I didn't see
a
a
month.
zombie.
No
There's
late
no
fees.
zombies. So that was the ad campaign. So now back up and scroll down. Those were not the ads that showed up as pop-ups. As pop-ups, you got, just keep scrolling. This. The fuck is this? Why the fuck? What is this? That was the most popular Netflix ad that was on MSNBC as you scroll down. On Fox News, on CNN.
So it was just kind of happy zombies?
I guess, but whatever it was, the
Is
A/B
that
testing.
Fred Krueger in the background? Or
That-
just a rando?
No, that's actually Michael Jackson.
Like whatever it is about this ad, like it was a full year that was on every webpage I ever went to. And I don't understand it.
Do you know, I've noticed in like Pinterest when I'm poking around that they love putting in these pictures that make you go, what am I looking at? And so you click on it because you don't know what you're looking at, and then it confirms what you're looking at, and they're like, "Ha! We got your click." You're like, "Yeah, but I don't care about you."
You looked at Waldo's balls.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awkward.
Hey, Justin, can you turn your signal up to us a little bit? We kind of want to get you out of that Skype well.
How about that? How about that? How about that?
Even if we're talking over you, can you
Keep
interrupt
talking.
us? Try to interrupt us.
Waldo's balls.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Thank
All right.
you very much. Waldo's balls, everybody.
Waldo's balls.
What does exclamation point S mean?
That means the Bang S is
Bang us is our
the
show
title.
bot. Yeah, so people will submit titles for the episode using that command. Remember when
Actually,
Netflix was $5 a month?
It's
pretty wild.
S.
Oh, like that movie, Hereditary.
I was the band, right? Or was that chick that did the
Hey,
band
look!
that was...
I'm Legion. I'm the Legion premiere.
Oh, I didn't see Legion yet.
Oh, you ready for a spoiler? Get ready for a spoiler.
Don't do that.
No.
Also, it's not a spoiler. It happens. in the
Super
very-
spoiler! I just ruined it.
Good jokes.
So Brian, what did you think of Mark Zuckerberg defending the honor of fair Facebook?
I only watched that one clip that I loved so much, where it's like there was that number one, it was a dumb gotcha zinger. Number two, it's dumb that he fell for it. Number three, my favorite part was how quickly nervous he got. He was like, humans like water, drink water.
My favorite part was 5 hours later, he could have gone for another 17 hours, and everybody else was just wilting from bureaucracy, and he was just like, I am here for questions for you.
I am
Please
AnswerBot.
drop question, answer.
He
Senator.
says, Miller J. Fillmore is my favorite of all my co-presidents.
That was what's it called? I did like that clip though, where I forget who it was. It was just like, "Hey, can you show me your penis?"
Well, would you like to show me your penis right now?
Dick out right in front of me.
One of your balls, then. Just
Let me feel you up.
Get me a good look at them old hanging sacks. And he's like, "No, that's fucked up."
It's like,
We're
oh.
like, well, I think we've all learned a big lesson about privacy.
Yeah. No, that.
I think that's what we're talking about.
Let me get some of those ribs. Oh boy! Hey, you guys want to do a Would You Rather?
Yeah, I would.
Okay, let me see.
I would rather.
Would you
I'd
rather?
rather get a gander at them there balls, son.
Yeah. Well, let me feel you up.
So this one, I think this one could bring us a good conversation. Would you rather live in a hot world or live in New York?
Man, I
And
feel
know
like
Brian doesn't like New York.
No, well, hold
How
on.
is New York not a hot world?
Well, okay. First of all, I think what they're really asking is which is better, Miami or New York?
Okay.
So you would rename Miami Hot World?
Well, I mean, first of all, it already is hot world, both in temperature and in sexual tension, and in salsa. It's as hot as they come, Miami.
New York City.
Yeah. Caliente Mundo.
That's right. Man, I'd rather live in Miami than New York.
You just don't want to live in.
You don't like
in
New York
one,
City at all, though.
You don't like New York, and also you're imagining Hot World as Miami and not like
Hell.
a Mega Man level where it's like Hot World and there's geysers of lava and shit.
Okay, I guarantee you, if there's geysers of lava, there's also like porn shops in the background. It's Las Vegas. It's either Las Vegas or Miami.
You're describing hell from South Park.
They're both hot either way. I'm just
If Hot World
saying.
is the theme park with walking and talking chili peppers with big white gloves, then I'm out.
That
Yeah.
hot world is so hot, is all I'm saying.
It's so hot. I'm going for a Schmitz.
Of the raisins.
Yeah, exactly. I heard through the chili vine.
We're all withered and capsaicin fine.
Well, Justin, what do you think? Because you used to live in New York City. In
I
NYC.
did live in New York.
Hoboken.
Concrete. Well, I lived in Queens for a little bit too,
Also
but mostly
not New York.
Hoboken. I liked Hoboken a lot more than Queens. I would say, man, it really depends on what we settle on Hot World being.
Yeah, man. If it's a theme park,
Because if
I'm
it's
all in.
Miami, I'd
I'll
rather
tell you
live
what,
in Miami
man.
than New York.
You're gonna have to stretch pretty hard to find a Hot World that I don't prefer over New York.
Hell,
now, unless
Not just you, Brian. This everyone's playing.
all right, so it's hell, a lake of fire, Brian. That's a fire and brimstone, or New York.
I mean, so
One doesn't have 3 million people in 12 miles.
yeah, the other one is New York. I don't know if that played. I just went on gut instinct there.
The opposite of
I like that line as your hot take to reveal that we live in a sinful world and we need to come to Jesus.
I mean, but also you could say that
This
it
is
could
Brian pitch for the 701 Club.
be 701 degrees Celsius club.
The only religious club with their own boy band.
Now, it could be that Hot World means our actual climate changed environment that we live in.
Oh,
It
that's
could
a
be
good one.
Like a
yeah.
90s slogan, like
Wasn't
avoid
it
Hot
called
Island.
Cool World?
Yeah, with the
With
cartoons.
a hot cartoon?
Yeah, you wanted to fuck. Hey, you want to fuck this cartoon? That was the
Cool
tagline for
World.
Cool World. Hey, did you jack off to Jessica Rabbit? Well, guess what?
you're
Now we're
gonna
building a
love
whole
Cool
movie about
World.
it. You know, Bryce, you don't know what Cool World
I don't
is?
know Cool World.
You don't know Cool World?
I don't know Cool World.
Oh,
I'm
look
gonna-
at the trailer for Cool World, man.
Okay.
You're about to
Literally
melt.
made because
All right,
people
by the way,
wanted to fuck
before
Jessica Rabbit.
you click on this,
Jesus.
who do you think the star of Cool World is?
I
It was like
Don't
think
look,
it's-
don't look,
I
don't look.
I looked and I don't know who it is.
No, I think it's. Can I say it?
Hold on. Do you have a guess, Bryce
what-
or Brant? Other B word,
Brett.
I think
Yeah.
I remember.
Who is it?
So I don't remember. It was either like
Bonnie?
a Patricia
Costner?
or like
No, the
Kevin
guy-
Costner? No, it's not Kevin Costner.
for the guy. I just keep thinking of Monkey Bone, so I know that I'm wrong. It's not.
Here's
it's not-
a little tidbit.
What
It's
year
called
is it?
Fight Club. Does Fight Club ring any bells?
Brad Pitt?
It's
Yup.
Brad Pitt.
It was Cool World.
That's
He was in
Pitt?
Cool World.
Did not remember that.
Gabriel
Who's the lady?
Byrne and Brad Pitt in Cool World. Look at this.
Deebs created his own world. It made him very successful.
You're Jack Deebs, the creator of Cool World, right?
And so, like, the
Can't believe
trailer
it.
that I looked at, it almost
Now
looked
he
like
thinks
a
he's going home
Roger
to the
Rabbit
real
sort of
world.
mixed animation
He's
style.
wrong.
Trailer ain't over yet.
Real wrong.
Welcome to my world.
You're not in Kansas anymore. Freeze.
Cool World Police. I'm a cartoonist. I drew all this.
This place exists with or without you.
Get a little closer here, babe. Give us a kiss.
Go away.
I'm out of here.
I've been waiting for you, darling.
Noids do not have sex with doodles. It's the oldest law in Cool World. If that happens, you call me. I got it, boy.
And so you think this is what New York is like? The opposite
Yes.
of Hot World.
Yes.
Fantasies.
So would you rather live in?
Oh, wait, but there are anthropomorphic animal humanoid
and everybody
too.
just fucks. They're just fucking.
Oh,
Most
yeah.
hilarious thing about this is the idea that a comic book that is basically a sexy Roger Rabbit would ever be a hit.
I mean, Roger Rabbit was a sexy Roger Rabbit.
Well, the Cool World sexy.
So this was after.
Oh yeah,
Right,
like
right.
three or 4 years after Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
Just long enough after to realize that you wanted a sexier Jessica
That you
Rabbit.
you wanted somebody to really
Kim
be able to fuck Jessica Rabbit.
Gabriel Byrne? Wait.
And introducing
Not on your life, pal.
Enough out of you, kitty. This place should be erased.
Whoa! Look at little baby Brad Pitt.
Cool
Third
World.
billing.
Huh.
Is this
Old
before?
third billing Brad.
Is this before or after?
How long
Meet
after
Mr.
this
Black?
was? Well, no. Bebe's Kids didn't have any
Way
humans in it,
before.
right? That was just all animated.
oh the Baby Kids. Oh my God,
1992 is this.
Baby
Whoa.
Kids. We don't die, we multiply. That
That
stand up bit made into a. Oh Jesus! Wow. That's
Man,
real
it's
estate that I can't get back out of my brain. I wish I could remember
Big
my mom's
kids?
birthday.
All right. Would you ever? I'm gonna live in New York. I don't want to gamble on Hot World. I know that Brian, you're all get a rope about New York, but.
Well, I think it comes up to Brett. Brett, which would you pick?
Did we ever land on Hot World?
No, it's
then New York.
Then
New York. Then I'll take New York too. Yeah, New York.
Okay.
You're spinning the wheel between.
Hey, by the way, we have not established that it's New York City.
Yeah, this could be Albany.
New York City. Could be Albany.
It could be Steam.
It could be Schenectady. You know what? I'd live in Schenectady, New York.
Sure, Schenectady.
They have great taste.
Keep getting booked there.
That's hey man.
They have great. Were you gonna say great taste of magicians?
I mean,
Yeah,
they're
he
your
was gonna say
words. They
great
came
taste
out of
of
your mouth just now. I'm just.
That's how I feel about Birmingham, Alabama. For whatever reason, I was there like 5 times in 1 year, one time, and now I'm like, you know what? Not a bad city.
I love Birmingham. That was great.
With 10 hours left, 269 votes cast on Would You Rather bot. 71% said they would live in New York. Get a rope.
Cool world.
Okay, we've got another one here. If you guys,
Doodles don't doink real people.
is that from the movie? Is that
that's
Cool
what it
World
said?
quote?
It
Trailer
said,
that we just
Doodles don't have sex with noids. I think it was Doodles and noids. They called them.
They avoid those noids. Here we go. Would you rather eat a pizza made of bees or drink a bottle of chocolate?
Oh golly! Don't give this
feel
one to
that
Jason Murphy. He hates chocolate.
Does he?
More than he hates a mouthful of bees?
To hear him tell it, he does not like chocolate.
Oh, that's right. I do remember him not liking chocolate.
Remember when we were shooting the Miracle Fruit one, the taste tripping?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I remember that. Okay, so pizza made of bees, and it doesn't say that they're alive, or drink a bottle of chocolate, and it doesn't say that it's liquid.
The pizza is made of bees, not a pizza with bees on it.
Yeah.
Okay, true. It's not.
That's the crust.
It's not toppings. It's like a fundamental portion of it.
Well, all right. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute.
But that's protein. That's protein. That's like crickets.
But they don't
Ground
say
bees.
live bees.
Don't say live bees.
It could just be ground up into powder, and it still has flour. It still has cheese. It still has
This would be
sauce.
the flour.
So they've got this thing where they've got bars of chocolate that are made with cricket protein.
Right.
You're familiar with cricket protein, right? So imagine it's bee protein. Would you?
Yeah.
Would you? Okay, but the thing is, would you prefer that over a bottle of chocolate?
But this.
Chocolate.
Yeah,
Give me some
bottle of chocolate.
chocolate.
Like it would hit the spot right now.
No, it doesn't say liquid or easy to drink chocolate.
I mean, okay, even if it's
What if
even
it
if
was-
I have to
if it
take
was
a bottle of solid chocolate and go to Hot World in order for it to liquefy and then drink it down, I'm still okay with that over bees.
Okay, wait a minute though. Wait a minute. What if the bee pizza is just like a Pizza Hut personal pan pizza? So it's like very small, easy to eat,
Very
right?
tiny.
So you're
And
saying
the bottle of chocolate is like a 2-liter, and you have to chug all of it in one
go.
go. Which one would you go?
okay, I think what
And
you're
that's
really
a lot of
asking,
chocolate, Brian, versus
Okay.
protein in your diet.
If
Chocolate.
okay, hold on.
Okay, bye.
Chocolate.
Would I rather have?
Imagine the look on your trainer's face when she sees you vlog.
I will explain that I had a choice between chocolate in Hot World or a New
very
York bee
well-rounded, protein-heavy.
No, I ain't no.
By the way,
New
hold
York
on,
bee
wait,
pizza.
Brian, it's just coming out from the kitchen. The bee pizza, stone ground, very thin crust, very healthy. There's not even any cheese on it. It's just a nice little red
It's a nice
sauce.
sprinkling of bees.
Yeah,
Man, you picked.
it's very healthy. We're talking barely any calories here.
These are artisanal bees.
Yeah, all these bees were smart as fuck too. They all fuck the queen.
No hormones.
Wow.
You picked the wrong week to seduce me with this because like I've been off that MyFitness ever since Under Armour got hacked and that MyFitnessPal. I'm like, well now I have a really good reason to not log any calories. Give me that bottle of chocolate. Nom, 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 nom.
All right. Well, then God knows.
I'm going to Hot World.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that in a Would You Rather that includes bees, you wouldn't find a way to like make a sideshow out of yourself as someone who can eat a pizza made of bees.
I mean, mainly because I don't know if I could. If you told me that I had the gift of being able to eat bees at will, then I would go on tour.
Of course.
And make all the money.
Okay.
You could probably take the stingers out. You didn't have to eat the,
I ain't got time to take 1,000 stingers out of a bunch of bees' asses.
You're gonna eat 1,000 bees?
There's a whole place, and it's Mama Giuseppe's. Like, I removed every bee stinger. I don't know why I'm Jamaican, but I removed all the bee
I Miss Cleo, man. I've already seen your future in the bee's ass.
I don't know.
Okay, with 13 hours left to get 241 votes cast, the Would You Rather bot audience said that 92% would drink a bottle of chocolate.
Man, I want to meet that 8%.
8%
and then have them explain to me.
Those are 8% of healthy eaters out there.
No, it's all Jason Murphy.
He's voting 100 times.
He's making bots. That's what he's using. That's what the Russian bots are used for now, is fixing Would You Rather bot. Oh. Well, it's good Would You Rather bots, everybody. I mentioned this. I don't know if you and Brian and Justin got a chance to talk. I got a thing that we can do like in the second half of the first segment tonight.
Yeah, we got kind of 2 pre-written segments.
I think this is going to be a fairly easy episode to fill. So whenever, how about this, Bryce?
Yeah.
Whenever you deem our intro is flagging, just punch right on in with whatever you got for the second half.
Once we hit the flagging wagon and you detect a flagging in our mouths, you're just like, whoa, are you flagging wagon?
Uh-huh. See, so like I got like good specific direction and then a joke.
All right,
like
so
a sandwich.
let's say you're at Dragon Con or like South by, and you have the flagging wagon, and it's literally just like a horse-drawn wagon that has flagons full of alcohol. I guess that would probably be a licensing problem.
Well, you put flagons full of like Red Bull.
Oh, yeah, but then you wink because there's really booze in it.
Right. Well, of course.
Yeah, get around Johnny Law.
Hey, can I ask you guys what angle we want to take on the Name Chant Corner Hour? Because I'm having a hard time lately trying to figure out new angles for everything. Although we do have some funny names this week. I don't know. Like that bit is so on rails that I'm desperately trying to figure out a new angle every time we do it. And last week it worked out nicely because we had the surprise of me thinking it was Bryce who was the name, and it turned out not to be.
Right.
It was Bryce's father.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know. We can just what if we give a motivational speech to this person?
Okay.
And each time it's the Name Chant Corner Hour, but we say their name and then we give them one sentence of advice.
Okay. All right. That's good. All right. That's good. That's good. As long as it's evolving, that's all that matters to me.
We're gonna evolve that shit like Altered Beast.
Rise from your grave.
What?
That you don't remember? No, that's just sorry. I was just summoning zombies all around you.
No, that's actually the original text in the Bible for Easter.
So,
and lo, did the character make it to the end of the level at Jesus's tomb? And so it was spoken, rise from your grave.
I love just how shitty it was. Like the first fucking game with any voice, and they're just like made from sounds on some weird keyboard. Just rise from your grave.
So Brian.
Yes.
Should I tell my wedding story now or later? It sounds like a full episode.
Hold on. Actually, between the three of us, I think we get a decent 3 minutes out of your wedding march.
Okay.
Just remember that Bonnie's wedding march needs to just don't spoil it before we get there.
I gotcha. All right.
From your grave. All right, well, here, I'm going to get a beverage and go pee-pee in the potty.
Then about Bonnie, why don't you tell us about your wedding march?
I'm not supposed to spoil
don't.
nothing.
You had one job. You have one job.
No spoiling time.
All right, I'm all aboard the pee-pee train.
All right. Well, then, since everybody's leaving, Bonnie, why don't you just talk about what happened with the wedding march? Because
I'll resist and persist. Or what's my T-shirt supposed to say now?
Can we get an "I'm with her" in the chat room so you can show your support for Bonnie Brushwood?
Yay!
There you go. How you doing, Justin? Doing good, buddy?
Oh shit, she's probably taking a bath.
Okay, cool.
Who is that?
Great. I don't.
You can pee in the sink, I guess. If you actually just make sure there's no dishes in there, you could pee in the sink if you gotta go.
We'll see how
Always come back.
She's gonna run out of the bath dripping when she hears that there's a possibility that someone might pee in her sink.
Yeah. Well, doctor's loose.
I'm not gonna pee in the sink, I promise.
Oh.
I wasn't gonna pee in the sink. That's crazy talk. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Oh yeah, I'm up.
All right, but since we brought that up, Bonnie, what happened with his wedding march?
So, how are you, Justin?
Geez. All right. So, I'm pretty good. You know, I've just been hanging out. You know, doing streams.
Yeah.
Talked about the minimum drinking age.
Oh.
On Unfriend Me.
Mm-hmm.
It was very, very controversial. A lot of different opinions about it.
Yeah.
It used to be 18, and it was actually used to be 21 coming out of Prohibition.
Mm-hmm.
Then it got switched to 18 when the voting age got dropped to 18.
Mm-hmm.
And then it got moved back to 21 back in the
highway,
early 80s.
highway money, yeah.
How do you come down?
What was that?
Do you have an opinion one way or the other? Or?
I think it should be 18. I don't know why it ever got moved. Part of it was drunk driving fatalities, so it was like the Mothers Against Drunk Driving kind of campaign. But I think now between safer cars and seatbelt laws and Uber and self-driving cars, that's kind of less of an issue than it was before. And the other kind of arguments for it, like I would almost rather 18-year-olds be getting drunk in bars where they can get kicked out or the cops can get called on them than drinking in a field or behind a Taco Bell somewhere.
Yeah, and they do that. I actually, after looking into
right, and that's why Hawaii held out for so long, right?
Because we're like, we don't fucking have roads, dog.
We don't have roads. Well, I feel like it should be closer to when brains are finished forming, and so I like the idea that you're not kind of messing with that reprogramming that's happening. Up until like even age 23, guys are.
Are you talking about drugs?
We're talking about drinking age.
Alcohol.
Yeah.
Alcohol and
That's
stuff.
a drug.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Did you talk about how you got recognized out in public by your face?
By my face. I couldn't believe it.
Not by her voice or her name, by her face.
Yeah.
For what? What happened?
I was just walking along getting my coffee.
She was at a wedding.
No.
like, oh my God, are you the one with the crazy wedding march story that goes like?
How does it go again?
Dun, dun. No. Yeah, and it was amazing. So I was just walking along, and then somebody had a curious expression, and I thought, wait, are they famous? They look smug, like they're famous somehow.
Smug.
Wait, hold on. Wait, how did they know you? They knew you from art stuff?
No. From Night Attack.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't say I recognized your name. They didn't say, are you the lady who makes them crazy pigs?
No.
I don't have any legs anymore. God, I love that clip so much.
Which one?
Of the Crazy Pigs.
The Bonnie's Crazy Pigs, and just the zoom in on the Crazy Pig and Brian just going, no, I don't have any legs anymore.
I forgot about that.
Oh, I rescued that face, by the way.
Oh, great. Because the pig face is so amazing. It just, for whatever reason, it just kills me every time I think of it. Brian going, I don't have any legs anymore.
So what happened? So this person Can I say who you thought it was for a brief second?
No, that's what we decided.
All right.
You sure?
Then,
It's
All right,
I'm
hey,
positive.
before we move on, is it racist and that's why you don't want to say?
No, it's not racist.
it's
It's not racist.
But it was just kind of like, there's like an expression, and then I was trying to figure out, well, what does that expression mean? And then I was like, oh, they're confident and like famous. And I got, what? In my coffee bar? I don't think so.
Oh, I see. So you're ready to throw down. You're
I'm
like,
like,
in my coffee
bar?
bar? A
Yeah.
famous, confident person? I don't think so.
And then
I'm gonna snatch you bald.
so I do what I do. That's on my blind side. So I'm like waiting for my coffee. And then
So you just ignore that?
that's what I do.
Somebody's giving you a coy look that is so confident, that so telegraphs that they know something, that you're just like, well, how about you eat shit and I just ignore you?
Well, it made me uncomfortable. Not really at all. But no, I was just like, oh, I don't know, waiting for my coffee, and then and then I was like, oh, and then he taps me on the shoulder, and I was like, hello, and then they were like, oh, hey, I really like what you guys are doing on the show, and I'm like, that's what
Okay,
the
now
look
is that what
Yeah.
he said? Was that I like what you're doing on the show, and how did you know which show?
Well, what other show? I mean, like, what show do I pop in on?
Oh, that's true.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know it's Night Attack.
Yeah.
Because nobody's coming along saying, your vessel forms have changed my life. Like, no.
You're
That's-
Well, you were on Scam School very recently.
That's right.
There's a chance that
That was fun pretending like
Except-
we didn't know each other.
Yeah, except I had to act like I didn't know.
Also,
yeah.
not the first time Bonnie appeared on Scam School.
Right. Yeah.
Pretending that we didn't know each other.
Also, it's not
Anyways.
like you guys had much of a conversation where it was like, "Hello, stranger, I don't know you." Like that
Which we
episode
sh-
didn't
which
edit
we-
that way.
Which we should do next time.
We
It
should
should
do
be a
that
good,
next-
like a 5-minute,
Oh.
like, oh, I'm sorry. Would you? I know this is weird, but I do a YouTube series. Would you like to join me on this YouTube series, lady?
What?
No, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
was a
No,
joke,
I guess
Bonnie.
so.
Never
Yes. I got it.
was wrong.
Anyways,
You should do that. You should do that one time, and then just do like a fantasy fast forward in your mind that you like got married and had kids, and like just use like footage of your actual life, and just be like, and then I never saw her again.
I had a vision of what life might be like, and use clips from Night Attack and BB Live
Oh,
show.
God. Instead, I walk this road alone, scamming and tricking and roguing.
anyways, really nice person, and I was like, and then I was like getting my coffee, finally getting my coffee, and I was like, oh wow, people who like masturbation jokes live in my community.
You know what, Bonnie? Those people
They're
live
Everywhere. Yeah, they're called humans.
They're called men. They're
You
called
should
any man.
meet some.
Anyways, I was delighted to know that people that like the show make me feel safer in this town.
Dude, that's amazing.
That's awesome. Hey, big shout out if you're the person that
Yeah.
Oh, and then I'm a douchebag because I didn't ask the person's name.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Whoever that
You gotta ask the name.
Let's call him Anonymous Joe from now on.
That's the thing that I've when we go to cons, Bonnie. That's the thing for me where I have to like make myself remember to ask for people's names because I don't. They may not immediately say it, and I want to like make sure I make the connection there. You know,
You want to express dominance over them.
I want to. I really want to power move all over them.
Right, and then
Like,
they
you
obey
like
you,
me.
and then that's exciting.
Yeah,
yeah.
It really gets my my
Just
jimmies.
like
It gets my jimmies in a candy box.
Anonymous Joe, that's AJ. Alex Jones. It was Alex Jones, wasn't it?
Anonymous Joe, Alex Jones.
Also, by the way, you see Alex Jones's ex-wife is out here on Twitter just lighting him up and periscoping.
Wait, hold on. Is it Victoria or Veronica? Is there? Does she have a V name?
I think her Twitter handle is like Alex Jones's ex. So I don't know.
That's got to be just somebody.
I believe
It's
it's
probably
Kelly
not.
Rebecca
somebody
Nichols.
else. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Google says this at least.
I saw she was like periscoping and she was just wild shit about Alex Jones.
Man.
Apparently, Uwe Boll wants to box Alex Jones, a la what
The
he did.
fucker has been trying to box people since before I could get a boner. Like
Uwe Boll.
the first thing I did on the internet was read about movie things, and in the fucking talkbacks of Ain't It Cool News, there was Uwe Boll saying, "I'd like to box fucking Michael Bay.
Right,
I'd like
and
to box somebody else."
The
Well,
best part
did,
was
too.
all of the critics who showed up thinking it was going to be a gag, and they got their asses handed to them by Uwe Boll.
Because he's an amateur boxer. Like, he trains with this stuff.
Dude, he was not fucking around. It's pretty good.
Well,
What? Oh, you don't think it's good?
I think it's a weird way to handle criticism.
I mean, look,
as someone who's not good at taking criticism, that's a weird way to
Dude,
handle
if you're really bad at one thing, you want to follow it up by showing someone you're good at something else.
Exactly, which is why
I'll tell you what, man. That's why I ask that anybody who hates me name the United States capitals.
Not the South American ones?
United States only.
That's
What's
what
the
we call a
capital
call
of
forward.
Mississippi.
Hey, Bryce. Speaking of South American capitals,
What? You guys want to start the show?
Yeah. Dude, I forgot I did that spit take with actual beer. Thank you, picture.
I remembered that. I clipped that the other day.
Oh my god.
Thankfully, it is good that you use the Febreze. You cannot smell it over here anymore.
I
All
was-
right.
I was spitting on Bryce.
Yeah, I definitely.
Did you really?
I
Definitely
definitely
spit
did a spit take,
directly on
like
me.
just all over Bryce. It was. That's
You
how
went
much.
to go one into an open closet, the other onto a human being.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Funny.
Here, sure.
Okay. Well, we're going to do the show here. I'm going to click these buttons. And
Oh, somebody hit puberty. Hey, real quick.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead and set the counter. Agent Sign points out that the belt bet is on. You can win real fake money.
Yes.
Real fake coin.
follow-
There's
yeah.
real money being gambled, which makes us totally an illegal operation.
Well, real, fake, real. I don't know. They're coins. Check his link.
It's a real cryptocurrency that has value if you believe it has value, much like the U.S. dollar.
Yep.
Here we go.
We got rid of the gold standard, Brian, and there used to be guaranteed in full faith by a stockpile of gold, and we've now gotten rid of that in favor of a totally expandable money currency system, Brian. and that's why you can't have any kind of faith in the Federal Reserve.
Oh, that's why we now called it the old standard. The new standard is fake coin.
Yes, Brian, fake coin. Go mine it on your phone or something. I'm not clear, Snurdly.
Yes, but how much bee pollen should I be eating while I do this?
I love bees. Snurdly. Yesterday I had a stone ground bee pizza instead of drinking a bottle of chocolate. It was delicious. I round it down with a 2 if by tea, mango surprise. If I were closer to my board, I would play myself out, but I'm not.
Bump.
All right.
Nice.
I think it's gotten too good. Like I am like really like got PTSD going. I'm listening to Rush again.
All right, we have to start this show.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
You really should have asked for his name. It would have been better. It would have really made his day.
I know.
Thank
I'm
you,
sorry.
AJ. Anonymous
Anyway,
Joe.
See you later.
I was just so
No,
shocked. I was like, what?
All right, for reals.
Okay,
Okay.
we do have to. We started very late.
Hey, all right, for real, we're starting. Bonnie, what happened with the wedding march?
Wait for it. Wait for it.
No. Okay. Here we go. Hit some buttons. Here we go. This is Learn the Capitals of South America. Get it at otfi.com/capitals.
Hey, listen, you got to learn the capitals. You can either study real hard and memorize them, or you can listen to this song. The bad news is this song will never leave you.
Yeah.
Caracas, Venezuela. Caracas, Venezuela. And then here we go. Caracas, Venezuela. Bogota, Colombia.
Clown.
Caracas, Venezuela. Bogota, Colombia. Quito, Ecuador. Caracas, Venezuela. Bogota, Colombia. Quito, Ecuador. Lima, Peru.
That's a great Limp Bizkit song. Exercise some fucking control.
Caracas, Venezuela. Bogota, Colombia. Quito, Ecuador. Lima, Peru. This is not the day of Uruguay. Asunción, Paraguay.
No! In fact, we should never mention this again.
Oh my God, we gotta start the show! Hello, you beautiful bastards of the internet. It's Tuesday night, and that means we gotta set fire to this motherfucker. We are live in Austin, Texas. I'm Brian Brushwood, joined, as always, by my BFFs in OAK. It's JRY and B something R? What's your middle name, Brett?
T.
BTR. Behind
it's the letter T.
Behind the ruckus. That's the Brett Rounceville story. How are you guys doing, man?
Man, we are doing fantastic. It is a great time to be alive, and boy, are we both alive. Contrary to whatever you've heard, either of us are dead.
Mostly.
Now, why did that rumor start? Because I saw it first in the New York Times saying, and they always do that chicken shit, like, is Justin Robert Young and Brett T. Rounceville dead? Question mark.
All right.
You reach a certain age.
Yeah, you start wandering through a haunted wood. You befriend a necromancer. Next thing you know, you're doing a couple whippets, and the New York Times crawls up your dick hole. Come on.
And no one respects the word dead-ish.
Yeah, right? They got blackish.
Yeah. Why does everything gotta be so black and white with life and death?
Yeah. I mean, come on. But what are we? The Lord and Savior did it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I saw all of these options comedically to go, and then you said blackish, and I just watched all of them wilt like dying leaves, and I realized,
oh, it's a great show.
How are you gentlemen doing, man? What did you guys do over the last week?
Oh man, I changed so many diapers.
Yeah,
how many diapers did you change?
Yeah, shit. Although I probably could have, considering how much wrestling I watched. I literally just sat in front of a television or went to a live event and watched wrestling for a solid 4 days straight. It was ridiculous.
Hold on.
Hey, quick question: what's your mom's birthday?
Right, so moving right along, in other things, let's use the part of his brains that are occupied with useful knowledge, like where was the WrestleMania just happened? I saw that because I have Twitter, and everybody was talking about the WrestleMania. Was that in your backyard, or did you go somewhere to see it, or did you watch it on the TVs?
It was big news. Orrin Hatch was. Oh
God, he just lit the stage on fire when Orrin Hatch came out and just dropped the burning hammer on Ronda Rousey. It was a lit time for everybody. WrestleMania happened. It was in New Orleans. I actually wish I would have gone. It seemed like a really, really fun time. Although I probably would have died. I would have needed the necromancer that we met in the woods, because I probably would have died. I mean, that's a town built for having your entire life evaporate in one of those disposable plastic hand grenade cups.
I remember going to, when I was 18 years old, we up and had one of those things that only happens, I guess 19 years old, in college, and this is how old I am. This is back when the drinking age was 18 in Louisiana. By the way, do you know how they changed the drinking age and made it federally mandated to be 21 nationwide?
Indeed, I do, Brian, because we talked about it on Unfriend Me today. That was the topic of Unfriend Me, was the minimum drinking age. Well, and of course, in the early 80s, it was the minimum national drinking age act that tied 10% of all highway funds to moving the drinking age up to 21.
Yeah, well, and so this is that weird stubborn period where Louisiana was just like, hey, man, you're not our real dad. We'll do whatever we want. And then at some point they were like, also what we want is 10% more highway funds. Let's just adjust that drinking age if we can.
The last two states to move into it were South Dakota and Wyoming, I presume because they said, like, really, us? Like, what are we going to hit? Like, if these kids can drive off the road for 5 miles.
You're like, guys, the internet is 7 years from now. I don't know. No.
they're just gonna run out of gas if they veered off the road before they hit anything.
Like, this Earth is flat. I don't know about the rest of y'all's Earth is.
So the thing I remember most is that was one of the few times I actually got hit up by a street hustle. Now, there have been times that I've fallen for them. I think I've talked about them elsewhere, but this was a case of somebody doing the 3 shell game using a wadded up piece of, I guess not string, thread, and 3 like Sprite bottle caps on a folded over piece of newspaper, and it was as by the numbers and as comical. And again, this is kind of pre-internet. There weren't so many exposés out there, but one guy walks up and he's just like, "Hey man, I got this game. I don't know what's going on. I got these 3 little bottle caps, and there's a little thing of thread, and if I push it forward and I do this one, and then and on cue, because it's like I knew enough that I'm like, there's gonna be another guy, and sure enough, another guy walks up like, "What's this game you're playing over here?" And he's like, "Well, I do this," and he was like, "Well, I think it's this one. I think it's this one." And he goes, "Well, which one do you think it is?" I'm like, "Well, it certainly would appear like it's still in the middle where you left it." And he was and he opens it. He's like, "You would have won $1 million. Oh my God, I can't believe it." And so the same thing, he starts mixing them up again, and the guy's just like, "Well, I think it's this obviously wrong one." And he's like, "What do you think?" And the moment was like, I pointed to the one that I thought, and he says, he's like, "Well, you just won $20. I was like, "I just won $20 just now." He's like, "Well, yeah, but you have to show me that you had $20 to bet." And then, the moment I reach into my pocket, I look back, and he's already reset all 3 of them. And I realized, I was like, smooth moves. That's smart. The smart moves.
No, I'll tell you, the last time I think I was in New Orleans, a MacBook Pro, a hardcore diamond clubber, and I were out,